Hello everyone, it's me Wokey here with another video on Shonen Jump Board Collection. Today we're going to be covering the Chrollo. I don't know how to say his name because I don't watch or read Hunter x Hunter, but he has raid, and so his raid is really weird and tough, and I was able to beat the second event, so I'm pretty happy about that. So let me just quickly show off the team, and then we'll actually get into the fight, and then we'll just talk for a bit. Alright, here's first. He's the white mule. I have him at OB6 because he's farmable. This is his coma setup, 2 ult, 4 crit, and the skills I'm using are 2 and 3, and that's because they're attack giving ones, and his ult is at max. Yusuke, skills 2 and 4, ult at max. Volleyball boy, I have it 1 and 2. Bikini girl, which I don't remember her name, I think it's Iori, skills 3 and 4, max. And we got Liaro, I think that's what his name is. Again, don't watch Hunter x Hunter. Final 2 skills, and that I forgot to show. That's his coma. That's Yusuke's coma. All defense coma. No coma. Alright, so Chrollo basically, I don't have any stamina. Silly me. I'm gonna quickly just go in there. I've been practicing a lot for this, so the best person to have on the side is Yusuke. You bring him in. Okay, so for this first minute, I'm gonna take it off of auto because there's a good chance for Iori to completely kill the team by accident, and that's very unfortunate. So if I go silent for a bit, it's because I'm doing that. So this is Chrollo, this is bots, he's gonna auto attack him. I'll explain it, I swear. I just need to make sure that everything's okay. I don't want to die. Okay, that's very good. You don't want him to use his cooldown reduction one, it sucks. Okay, come on. There's a very good chance for me to fail this as well, just for you to know. So, I fail if I'm unable to get him healed in time. Oh, it's the worst possible effect. So I'm gonna have to heal him now, because I don't have a choice. Okay, we made it. Whew. Okay, so now that everything's fine, I hit the auto button, and this is where I start to explain stuff. So this is basically it. Chrollo has 2 skills that he spams constantly. One is a wide area attack that hits everyone, and it has a chance to cause either an ult lock or zombie. You don't want zombie. What zombie does is that instead of healing you when you're getting healed, it deals damage. And the reason why I was paying so much attention is that Iori's healed, as you saw, he was close to death, and her heal basically brought him back. If I wasn't paying attention, she could have easily wiped the entire team completely off, because you need to be able to remove that stack of debuff off of him. Okay, so this fight takes a very long time, so let me just calm down. We'll get into it. Let's start with Iori. So one of her passive makes it so she can't be affected. All heroines can't be affected by a stat beep debuff once during the first turn, so that basically protects her from an ult lock in the beginning. So she can't have her ult locked in the beginning, which is good because that means you don't have to farm coma for her, because she'll never ever enter the battle. Okay, so I'll get into that later. So what she basically needs is that she has this skill, basically heals for 1,000. It's nothing, and this skill over here removes all debuffs, which is important because that removes zombie. Now over here to Liaro, this is the reason the raid is even possible for me at this current moment. It's because his defense shield right here makes it so that no one can be hurt by debuffs, status debuffs for 3 turns, so they can't be applied. Now the problem is that he can't remove them because the move that removes him is this heal right here. And he heals them first, so he deals 2,000 damage to the entire team first, and then they get healed, and then their status leaves them. So I was running into a lot of issues where he would die first and foremost, and after he died, like, the whole team just basically fell apart. And you really don't want that, like, in oh so many basic terms. So what I do in the beginning is that I set it up, I occasionally get some Yusuke attacks in, but basically I click on this defense and I wait, and the second he activates that defense, I then throw up this, and then I unleash all healing that I have, and then it brings everyone back to full health. And then now Chrollo is basically stuck in a time loop where he can't do any damage to me because his ult only deals damage if they have zombie or poison, and since zombie and poison can't be inflicted because of this dude right here, it means he can't do any damage for 3 turns with his ult. This in essence basically creates a stalemate because his ult also makes him take super mega less damage from the enemy. So this fight would, and in the original testing for this, took over 30 minutes to beat. That changed when I added this little mule guy. Now, I need to remember to breathe sometimes. The important thing about the mule is that the mule, basically, when he does his ult, he removes the status, he removes 1 buff and then deals 900% damage of his attack. The important thing to note is that he removes the buff first and then he deals damage. This is very, very useful because Chrollo only has 1 buff. It's that move. As you can see right there, Yusuke does nothing because he attacked when the buff was up. But if you time it just right, and you can do this by not playing on auto, like I'm doing right now, but you basically want to do the mule, use his ult, and then it removes that 1 buff from him, and then it opens him wide open. And if he doesn't have that defense shield, he's basically nothing. Like right now, he's basically a joke. So that's the basic combo of everything. And I should mention that Volleyball Boy will automatically always take every single hit, so that it's impossible for him to hurt anyone else. This only is really important in the first term. He's just basically a meat shield. So yeah, that's how I beat Chrollo. It's through basically out-cheesing him. I really don't like this fight because it's dumb, and the only way to beat it, they expect you to beat it with an all-STR team, and the only way that's possible is you have very specific select units at OB6, and I just don't have that. Like, very select people do have that. Zen might have it if he didn't constantly, like, only focus on PvP relevant units. But I digress. And you'll see right here, Yusuke's going to open up, can hit him with that ray gun, and pow. Yep. So now this boss has 3 stages, and currently he's just not going to do anything. So, okay, I think I've kind of explained everything. Yeah. It's a lot of waiting for this to be finished. Like I said, it's a very long time. I think there are better strats out there. I just don't know them. This is just the strat that I was able to do personally. So I like using it, and it's pretty effective. Depending on, like, RNG, and depending on how often he spams this fucking move, that when he does it, he gets, like, super moved forward. Like, alright, I'm gonna take it off auto now and just gonna fight him like legit. So, I guess we'll just talk for a bit, huh? I will say I did ask for questions before doing this. I only got 1 question asked, which is fine. I did eventually, actually, when I asked for questions, I also cut off the question time, so if you weren't able to ask me questions, it's because this was last minute that I was doing this. Like, I just barely learned that I could beat him today, so it's like, fuck it, let's do it. Okay. So he currently has his shield up, so I don't want to mess with him. But the one question he wanted to ask is, how would you be able to win a fight if you throw chickens? Or how many chickens do you need to throw to win a fight? And it depends on the fight situation. Like in this fight, I'm not sure how useful a chicken would be, but I would say very. I think Hunter x Hunter characters are weak to chickens because chickens are lovable and fluffy, and that's the exact opposite of what Hunter x Hunter is in my eyes. I mean, look at this fucking weird worm thing. So to answer Carlos's question, the answer is one chicken. You only really need to throw one chicken. The only time throwing a chicken doesn't win a fight is if you're in a cockfight, because now you've just made the fight worse, and the more chickens you throw in, the worse. Actually, cockfights are between roosters technically, and that's when things get complicated. But we'll talk about cockfighting at a later time. I'll look forward to the cockfighting video that I'll eventually do. Oh, thank God. Yeah, this fight's really made me appreciate the mule. Yeah, turn up the music a little bit. Yeah. Now the music's gonna be louder than me. But that's okay. I hope everyone out there is having a great old day. I've been having some pretty decent time. I can't complain too much. Just playing some Shonen Jump. I record videos with Zen on occasion. I record D-Free. That's pretty awesome. They're like, it's nice when your friends say yes to recording weird-ass videos with you. And you could debate how weird is like the Pokemon trading card game and Yellow, but I think it's pretty weird, but whatever. I guess it's weird in the sense of like, that's not something you usually expect from us. You usually expect gachas and stuff. But we play other games, believe it or not. I've been playing a lot of Day of the Tentacle, for example. Like, if you've never played Day of the Tentacle, oh my god, you should totally play Day of the Tentacle. The only reason I'm not pulling it up right now is out of the slight fear that this video won't go on for 30 minutes and it'll just be me playing that game, but, whatever. Yeah, Day of the Tentacle. Hell of a game. Like, a lot of adventure games. The funny thing is that I dislike adventure games a lot because a lot of times the puzzles are kind of like, it's the classic conundrum of like, oh, this doesn't fucking make any sense why this would work, but it just does. And I've played enough Day of the Tentacle that it's so ingrained in me that those puzzles just make sense to me, which is funny. That's like when it's similar to the feeling of like, that feeling when you've played something like Sonic or Mario and then you leave for a couple years and then you come back and all of a sudden you're like super good at it. Yeah, like you just there's certain like jump spots in Mario, for example, that I just remember with like by constantly doing it as a kid. And it's funny to think that like I remember that like it's muscle memory in me. And it's not like the most useful skill. It's not like I'll go esports, but it is nice when I go to play a game that my skill level basically carries over. What also would be nice? If Chrollo would die. Don't worry, folks, it's almost over. This is also one of the very few examples of me actually recording it while I'm doing it. And also, I just realized that I almost fucked up. I could have hit him with the ray gun. I'm getting distracted by the Animal Crossing music. It's very relaxing. But yeah, I'm actually recording this video live. If you ever wonder what those kind of videos are like, it's like this. It would be a lot of me rambling on about whatever's on my mind, just because once you've set it up, and once I think I've explained it, and I've explained it pretty good, I think, like, the fight becomes very, very simple. And here's the mule, he's coming in with the... Oh. When I was at Applebee's, my brother was watching me do this fight, and he wanted the mule to win, so shout out to my bro, Nux. That's for you. That wins for you. I declare this victory in the name of you. And so that's the Chrollo raid. I might do this again on Super when it gets the eventual Super raid, but oh my god, let me tell you, I do not look forward to that fight. Like, I would need much better Goma on my volleyball boy. But, I'll deal with it. So, to anyone who watched that entire video, I say thank you. You know where to find me, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.